Join in on this conversation with Jim Erickson of McKinley Consulting as he discusses the market for IT talent. Jim, what makes McKinley Consulting so unique?
McKinley Group is actually comprised of 4 separate S corporations. McKinley Group handles permanent placement in a variety of fields, whether that be sales, marketing, engineering, IT as well. McKinley Finance is another S corporation that handles the same thing that McKinley Group handles, except just primarily in the financial analyst sector, controllers, auditors, tax, financial analysts. McKinley Consulting is predicated on IT and business consulting, primarily following the SDLC, PMs, BAs, Java and .NET developers, and QA analysts. And the newest company, McKinley HR, Human Resources, does consulting with human resource individuals.
What happens when you tie everything together?
When you put all that together, I think it makes our organization your talent acquisition leaders. So we can handle all types of talent acquisition, whether it's consulting or perm, in a multitude of different areas.
Why emphasize values, purpose, and culture?
Dial us back 10 years ago, and I was the guy that laughed about companies that had mission, vision, and goals and those types of things. It's critically important that we have those clearly defined, and the culture that we've embedded at McKinley Consulting has already started to pay dividends for our organization.
What are the big challenges you face?
Clearly, number one is the availability of consultants, the availability of the candidates that are out there. We've kind of reached a perfect storm, if you will, where we have the starvation factor from our clients coming off the deep recession that we had, where they put a lot of their projects on hold, and now they're coming back in throngs, trying to get their projects caught up and get those done. At the same time, the number of professionals in the IT industry has shrunk over the years. And so, trying to marry those two aspects together has been extraordinarily tough.
What are the current expectations of IT professionals?
If you're an IT professional, you want to be on new development instead of maintenance. You want to be at the cutting edge. You want to deal with great new technologies. You want to know that the company that you're assigned to, the company you're working with, has got the budget to get the projects done. I think they want to feel needed. I think they want to feel challenged. I think that they want to feel respected. And when they go home at the end of the day, like anybody else, they want to feel like they did a good job. That in itself is a culture.
Why does a company's culture make a difference in attracting IT talent?
The size of the candidate market in the Twin Cities is this big. It's not going to get any bigger. And so for us to get a bigger market share within the Twin Cities market, we have to get a higher percentage of those consultants to want to work with us. Now, we obviously reach out to them and let them know how great we are, but we also want them to be able to reach out to us because they've heard how great we are. And that happens when you build a positive culture.
How is the shortage of talent impacting corporate decisions?
Still, the shortage of talent is one of the main issues, and a lot of the large corporations are finding the same thing. Obviously, they want to build their organizations through hiring perm employees, and a lot of companies are doing that. At the same time, there's a shortage of those, and the bigger the shortage, the more necessary it is to maybe use consulting companies to be able to get those people to start projects just in time. So that's an issue. Also, an issue with what I'm finding with corporations is that their budgets have been frozen for so many years and are one by one starting to be loosened up. And so it's a matter of, I have the budget, will I still have the budget, next year, those types of things. So right now we get a little herky-jerky up and down until I think corporate America feels like the overall global economy is nice and settled and they can take off and go down their strategic routes.
What are the talent search hot buttons?
There's a reason why we follow the SDLC. It incorporates the vast majority of what the large corporations and the mid-sized corporations are looking for. Project managers, business analysts, development, typically in Java or .NET, and that ebbs and flows between what's the strongest between the two, and then quality assurance. Usually wrapped around infrastructure. You'll still see a lot of needs for infrastructure. We focus on the SDLC.
What's going on with big data?
A lot of organizations are really focusing into the big data aspect. I mean, obviously the big ones have already gone that path, but we start seeing that hit a lot of mainstream and mid-sized companies. You know that it's here to stay, and big data is going to continue to be strong.
What's your advice for building a top-notch organization?
My opinion, if you're going to build a top-notch organization, you can't settle for less than a quality talent. If you're going to top grade your organization, I mean, like any team or any other company out there, the best teams keep their best players and lose their worst players. And so how do you attract and retain the A players and get the people off the bus that can't get the job done? And if companies focus on that and are diligent about that, then they're going to be successful. But when they start allowing people that aren't cultural fits or aren't people that are getting the job done, people that are not collaborative. We follow the 4 C's here: class, collaboration, competitiveness, and celebratory. And if they don't fit that culture, if they don't fit that value system that we have, they're not allowed to come on board and they're not allowed to stay.